What's up, everybody? It's Ted, and welcome to the Sound Shop Vlogs YouTube channel. Now, if you've been following us for a while, you remember last year, during the height of the pandemic, we're working at the comedy club, doing streaming, doing the lights. There's plenty of videos on it. It was a good time. Our good buddy, Big Vinnie B, he kept us busy, kept us going, kept our guys working. We appreciate it. Now, throughout the whole time we've been working with him, he's been bugging us to do a vlogcast. He was like, oh, you guys got to do it. You guys got stories. It's going to be hilarious. And we were like, maybe. And maybe still in the future, we're going to do it. But the other day at the club, he talked Kay into going on his podcast impromptu towards the end for Kay to tell a little funny tale. This story is funny. It's way before the vlog, probably in the early 2010s. Even me, I was shocked by this guy. And you know, nothing shocks me, but I'll let Kay tell it. Hope you enjoy it and hope there's more of this in the future. New vlogs next year are coming. Happy holidays, happy new year, the whole bit. And I'll see you next time.
So Mike, I'm so happy because
this is awkward, but all right.
You know, I talk about you all the time.
You do.
You're like, I do. But also just with Vicki, I'll just talk about you because we love you. And I'm telling you, I know you were here pre-pandemic to look at the soundboard.
Yep.
And we did not ever meet.
Correct.
Yeah, and
very
now
strange,
you're going to...
strange meeting the way it all went down. I was here by through a mutual friend to meet with Derek.
Right.
I had no clue that I'd end up... that destiny would bring us together like this with the pandemic going on and all.
And our mutual friend is...
John Lynch Jr.
Huh?
John Lynch Jr.
Who is it?
John Lynch Jr.
Oh, yeah,
we call him
also,
JFL.
No, didn't we also meet you through...
Oh, Tony P.
Tony P.
And Tony P, yeah.
Legendary
for sure.
Musician.
For sure.
Former Asbury Juke. I
owe a lot to Tony.
Tony, yeah, I mean, you owe a lot to him, right?
Oh, yeah, some of the best shows I've ever done were with him. So he's, I got my start in sound at Birch Hill, working for Tony indirectly at the back room called Stingrays.
Yes, Stingrays is still there.
No,
it might be
long
closed.
gone. Birch Hill's long gone.
Wait a minute, Stingrays in Long Branch.
Stingrays was the backside of Birch Hill in Old Bridge.
Okay. Because there's a Stingray restaurant in Long Branch.
No, not that. This is,
well, you know,
I'm talking
Tony
Birch
P,
Hill.
I love.
The year like 2000. That's when I started working for Tony P.
He's so good. So, Mike, we told some great HR stories today. You were engineering the show, right?
Yeah.
Did you like those stories?
It was good. Yeah, I could certainly relate because I got people that I got to hire all the time, and you never know what you're going to get sometimes to come through the door, like you were saying.
Here's the thing. So, you know, I told some stories the other day, and you do a lot of work for Rutgers.
I do.
And you told me a story that I'm like, oh my God, we got to get you to tell the story. So go ahead. I mean, I love it because, first of all, when you, like, this is a Rutgers event. Now, here's how nervous I am. All right. You're presentable. Ted's on the cusp. Ted's on the bubble. Ted's walking around.
Oh my God, this story. So I got a job at Rutgers like I always do, and I get overbooked constantly. I start to get spread thin on guys. I run out of people, and next thing you know, I got to sub somebody, right? So I try to keep it in the family, and if someone buys gear from us or it's somebody that I work with, I'll throw him a bone and I'll give him a job, right? So this guy just bought some gear from me. He was hungry for work. And I was like, listen, man, I'm tapped out at Rutgers. I got a little thing. They're doing like, it was like a bonfire or something. And I was like, it's perfect for you. It's perfect for what you just bought. Can you do it for me? He's like, yeah, absolutely. I got it. I'm like, all right, cool. So that day comes, you know, usually once everything gets up and running, I'll have a moment where I'm like, all right, I can take a breath. I can kind of drive around. I'll go see all the other jobs if I'm in the area, make sure they're going good. So I go to this job and I get there and I'm like, oh man, there's actually a lot of people here. This one's bigger than I thought it was going to be. I see my buddy and he's like, hey, oh, this is my cousin, whatever his name was at the time. He's like, yeah, he's working with me. I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? And I look at his t-shirt and I notice it's a Rutgers R, but just it looked a little funny. And I kind of didn't pay too much mind to it. I was like, oh, he's wearing some kind of weird red R shirt.
Which, first of all, you think, okay, you're working for Rutgers. You did the right thing. You wore a Rutgers shirt. Right?
Yeah, so
like you're
that's
being
what
a good
I thought.
guy.
But I was like, oh, it just looks like some weird, cheap imitation shirt. I didn't get a good look at it, right?
Right, not a graduate, but he's on the team.
So the whole night he does that job. I leave. I go back to the other spot that I'm at. Later on, those two come back to help us load out in another location. And he comes in. The cousin dude is like standing right in front of me. And now I get a good look at the shirt. And it's a Rutgers. It's the block R, but it's got, how do I say it? What do I say?
Yeah, say it. It has a.
It looks like a penis. It's like it's straight up. It was like you got to picture the R looking like that. Use your imagination.
It looks like a flaccid. The R made
like
out of a flaccid penis.
The part that comes and I'm looking at. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing with that shirt? What? I was like, dude, did anybody notice that you had that shirt on? Please tell me nobody said nothing to you. He's like, oh, no, nobody noticed. Nobody saw nothing. I thought it was funny. Dude, the next day, first thing in the morning, man, I think he wrote it that night. I got an email from my client at Rutgers, and I'm like, oh my God, dude. And it's like, how do you apologize for something like that? You know,
Right.
like, just what do you say? It's like, I didn't check the guy's wardrobe before he went to the job, but no matter what, it's my fault. It reflects poorly on me, and I gotta answer for this.
This is what it's like to run a business. And the funny part is, that guy, like somewhere there's a disconnect. That guy that morning said, hey, I'm working at Rutgers today. This is the shirt I'm going to wear.
If I knew you were going to bring me up, I would have found the email that I got and I would have read it because it's hilarious. Like when somebody's like trying to be serious and write an email about a problem, but at the same time, it's kind of hilarious.
It's hilarious.
because the guy has to like describe to me that this person was wearing an inappropriate T-shirt with a phallic on it. Like,
It's the best.
You gotta pick words, and it's like
I'm going to tell you something. So that's HR in a nutshell, right? I've had people, like we talked about the other day, some great stories. And we're going to bring you back on and do more stories because I know your cohort of hiring is worse than mine. Because you're already in an artistic field where people are genuinely screwed up anyway. Like artists are screwed up people. We're all defective.
Yep.
There's two things. No, stay here. There's two things I need you to do. Number one, you have promised to come back on. We're gonna trade HR stories, right? And number two, I want you and Ted's podcast.
all right.
I want that podcast. This is Mike K. You've heard about Mike K 800 times. That's Mike K. I'm Vinny. That's Vicki. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We will respond to your questions and whatnot tomorrow, and we love you guys. Hey, if we don't see you before then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.